Call this meeting of the Committee of the Whole to order at 6:25. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Allen.
Here.
Mayor Murphy.
Here.
Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Doherty.
Here.
Mr. Burchett.
Here.
Mrs. Witt. Here. Ms. Marcus.
Here. We have the approval of the minutes for the Committee of the Whole meeting on August 8th. If there are no corrections, they will be approved as they are. Hearing none, they are approved. Acting Finance Director, do you have any? City Manager,
I have nothing, Ms. Marcus, thank you.
Mayor,
I have nothing else to report, thank you.
All Director.
I do have one item. That's a request an executive session at the end of this meeting with no business to follow for matters pertaining to the following. The first would be pending litigation, also labor negotiations involving public bargaining unit members with respect to terms and conditions of employment, matters respecting terms and conditions of employment of public employees, and matters required to be kept confidential pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 121.22G. Now we just need a motion and a vote.
I will make a motion that we go to executive session after this meeting with no business to follow. It's outlined by the law director.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Mrs. Allen.
Yes.
Mrs. Witt.
Yes.
Mr. Burchett.
Yes.
Mr. Doherty.
Yes.
Ms. Marcus.
Yes. Clerk of Council,
I have nothing, thank you.
we have one item of business. We have the Kettering City Jail Agreement.
Yes, ma'am. We are asking for a resolution to enter into a contract with Kettering Jail. This would be a renewal with Kettering Jail. They house our public intoxication subjects that we take. They house for a period of 4 hours at a time, and then they're released. So this just adds a level of safety, getting somebody off the street that we can't take to the Montgomery County Jail.
I'll make a motion that we have the Kettering City Jail Agreement put on for next week, council meeting on 9/12.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes.
Mrs. Witt.
Yes.
Mr. Burchett.
Yes.
Mrs. Allen.
Yes.
Mr. Doherty.
Yes.
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Ms. Marcus.
Yes. Have no one appearing before council. Going to staff and council reports. I'm going to start with building maintenance.
I have nothing, ma'am. Thank you.
Police department,
Nothing further, thank you.
fire department,
Nothing further, thank you.
street maintenance,
Nothing tonight. Thank you.
parks and rec,
I have nothing tonight. Thank you.
hearing,
Nothing, thank you.
clerk of council,
I have nothing, thank you.
law director,
No report, thank you.
acting finance director, city manager,
I have nothing additional, thank you.
mayor,
I have nothing additional, thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Burchett,
Nothing further. Thank you.
Mr. Daugherty,
Nothing else, Ms. Marcus? Thank you.
Mr. Miller.
Or so you don't feel left out, happy birthday.
Thanks again. I appreciate that.
Mrs. Witt,
Along the same lines as Mike said, I had a resident call me was it on Monday? They had a giant hornet's nest in the tree right outside, the killer hornets or whatever. And they could not get the landlord to respond, so they called me, and I said, well, the only thing I can do is call the city manager and see if he has any suggestions. So Mike said, I said, I don't know if this is something we even do, and he said he would reach out to have someone call the landlord, and the same day they got someone to take it down, and they were very appreciative, and I had forgot to mention that. And Mike, I do appreciate anytime we call you, you jump on it right then, and thank you.
Well, it's taking all staff helping out. I'm
True.
glad that that owner realized once he got a call from the city that it was dangerous and they had to get it down. Thank you, Cheryl.
Mrs. Allen,
Nothing to add.
and I have nothing. So at this time, we will recess to executive session with no business to follow.